this video, I want to discuss with you the longevity and anti-aging benefits of tonic herbs. Now, for those of you who do not know, tonic herbalism is an ancient Chinese practice of medicine that has been around for about 2,000 years. It involves the use and utilization of medicinal botanicals, plants, herbs, and funguses referred to as tonic herbs. Now, I made an earlier video that you can check out here that explains what makes a tonic herb a tonic herb. However, in short, a tonic herb is a superior class of herbs. It is an elite herb. And out of the 3,000 herbs used in Chinese medicine or Chinese herbalism, there are only 60 classified tonic herbs. Now, to give you a brief explanation, really what makes a tonic herb is the fact that it is incredibly balanced. So a tonic herb can be consumed for long periods of time throughout lifetimes without any negative toxic side effects or without creating a further imbalance. So I often explain that, typical herbs or common herbs like echinacea are not very balanced. They're actually more like a drug, considering that they are very direct in their action. So echinacea just stimulates your immune system, where something like Astragalus will actually help modulate your immune system and help it achieve balance. So either stimulate it or depress its action depending on what it needs. So tonic herbs, in other words, are very intelligent herbs, and they typically all possess these adaptogenic or immunomodulatory capabilities. And because of this, they can be consumed for long periods of time without creating a further imbalance somewhere in the body. And this is really one of the major problems with most drugs or medications, is that they're very direct in their action. So something like an antidepressant really just blocks the reuptake of serotonin, which can have negative consequences on your other hormones. So a tonic herb never creates a further imbalance. In fact, their ultimate goal is to help the body self-regulate. So something else that we want to know about tonic herbs, and again, you can check out a video here to learn more about this in detail, is that there are 3 categories of tonic herbs. And each tonic herb either holds 1 or 3 of the primary energies, known as the 3 treasures, that make up the human body. And those 3 treasures are referred to as Jing, Qi, and Shen. And typically now what we see is that longevity tonics are typically Jing or essence tonics that make up our essence. Now, before we dive into the specific herbs to demonstrate these anti-aging or longevity benefits, I want to quickly define the word longevity from the Chinese medicine perspective. According to ancient Chinese texts, man was made of the Qi of earth. So our bodies came from the Qi or life force of earth. So this is why I often say that man, or the body, the human being, is just a piece of earth. It is a biological being. It is an energetic piece of Mother Nature, or the whole that we call our planet. However, spirit itself, our life force as a human spirit, is made of the heavens. And this is, again, according to ancient Chinese texts. So with that being said, there are sort of 2 aspects to our existence according to Chinese medicine. There is our human existence, and then there is us as an immortal spirit. So there's really 2 concepts of longevity here that we need to understand. The first, of course, is the basic longevity of the human body, or our Jing and Qi essence. So what makes the body thrive and be alive? That is the first aspect of longevity. We want to ensure that our bodies are living a healthy, long life as long as possible, with maintaining our energy, our vitality, and our interest and enthusiasm for living. However, then there is the more spiritual or Shen aspect of our existence and longevity, which would be proverbial living beyond time. And really, in Chinese medicine, the whole art and alchemy of tonic herbalism was to cultivate longevity from both aspects. So to cultivate longevity in the human body, to make sure we have enough energy and vitality to live a very fulfilled life. But then ultimately, the goal of cultivating good health, vitality, Jing essence, Qi, that it would be transformed or transmuted into these spiritual qualities, into spiritual enlightenment, in other words, and to recognize their own spiritual existence to live beyond time. So now, with that being said, this video is going to be dedicated to longevity in the human body. So we'll be talking mostly about Jing essence and how we can use these Jing essence tonic herbs to prevent aging, disease in the human body, and to promote an incredible immune system and a body that knows how to self-regulate and self-heal and really not ever go out of balance. So again, to demonstrate now the longevity and anti-aging benefits of tonic herbs, I've selected 3 of the top Jing herbs in traditional Chinese medicine, and then to demonstrate their incredible longevity and anti-aging benefits, I'm going to talk in detail about their scientifically proven abilities, their positive effects on the human biology, and their pharmacological actions. So now the 3 herbs I want to talk to you about are going to be ginseng, Astragalus, and Cordyceps. Again, these would be considered Jing essence tonics. Some of them possess qi energy as well. It's not uncommon for certain tonic herbs to possess at least 1 or 2 different treasures. However, they are all Jing essence tonics. Some of them will have qi attributes to them, but primarily we'll be discussing their ability to restore, replenish, and protect our Jing energy, and therefore ensure that we have an incredible amount of primordial energy to experience a long and healthy life. So now starting off, let's talk a little bit about ginseng. Now ginseng is perhaps the #1 tonic herb of all time. It's probably the most widely used, the most popular, the most common, and one of the most therapeutic tonic herbs in the Chinese herbal system. Though it is considered a qi tonic because it is an adaptogen herb, it's something that regulates the immune system. Though considered a qi tonic, as most adaptogens are, it does help preserve and protect your Jing energy. And it contains special plant chemicals or plant saponins known as ginsenosides that give it an incredible amount of adaptogenic abilities. So for those of you that do not know, really quick, an adaptogen basically means it helps your body regulate all of its ultradian cycles. So that's the regulation of your hormones, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, your immune function, and basically any other cycle that is a part of your metabolism and that is constantly working in your body to achieve balance. So an adaptogen herb basically helps regulate your body and help it achieve homeostasis or a perfect state of balance. More specifically though, in clinical study, ginseng is known to improve the health of our blood vessels. It can improve our blood lipid levels, and it's a powerful anti-inflammatory herb overall. So it helps our immune system regulate its inflammatory responses. Also, clinically, it's known to improve vascular actions. It actually helps regulate our entire cardiovascular system. It helps transport arginine throughout our body, and as an anti-inflammatory, it protects our arteries from hardening or becoming calcified. So it's an incredible cardiovascular tonic as well, and again, an overall anti-inflammatory. And considering the fact that in America at least, heart attacks, cardiovascular disease is one of the major killers, this would make it, in my opinion, an incredible longevity or anti-aging tonic. Also, known traditionally, ginseng greatly improves your physical and mental endurance. As an adaptogen, it basically is going to help tonify and promote the health of your entire endocrine system. So it's going to help, of course, give you an incredible amount of energy. And now modern research even has evidence that it does indeed improve physical performance, it increases overall vitality and daily energy, and it increases your resistance to stress and disease. And lastly, ginseng is considered an immunomodulatory herb. So when consumed, it literally goes into your body and it scans your entire biology, looking for any sort of mutated DNA, pathogens, bacteria, and viruses, and it can signal your immune system to secrete immune helper cells and interferon and literally kill off any foreign pathogens, harmful microorganisms, and even mutated harmful DNA in cells. So overall, as an adaptogen, as an immunomodulatory herb, something that is literally scientifically proven to improve your day-to-day energy, increase your resilience or resistance to disease and stress, I would definitely say that ginseng is hands down one of the #1 longevity and anti-aging tonics you could take on a regular basis. The next longevity tonic that I want to talk to you about is Astragalus. Now Astragalus is very similar to ginseng in its properties. It is also a qi tonic as well as a Jing tonic. It promotes overall immune function, and it's an adaptogen herb, so it has many similar qualities as ginseng. However, I want to share with you a few specific qualities that it has. So new research I've come across has found that Astragalus is incredible for preventing AGEs, or advanced glycation end products, which basically are cross-linked proteins that lead to the calcification, hardening, scarring of your arteries and tissues. They also happen to be the #1 cause of wrinkles. So from a physical or vanity perspective, Astragalus is a very great anti-aging tonic because it can prevent the actual formation of wrinkles caused by these cross-linking proteins. However, not just that, ages are also said to be at the root cause of joint problems, the deterioration of your tissues and connective tissues. So people with arthritis may have an accumulation of these cross-linked proteins in their body that can be prevented with the use of Astragalus. It's also been said that ages are at the root cause of many degenerative brain diseases, and that these end products are one of the #1 causes of the inflammation and calcification of the brain that can lead to degenerative neurological disorders like Alzheimer's and dementia. So Astragalus is a powerful anti-inflammatory. And even modern science today says that 95% of disease could be attributed to some form of inflammation. So as a proven anti-inflammatory, you could say that Astragalus could help prevent up to 95% of most diseases. However, a final example of Astragalus' anti-aging and longevity benefits, it has been shown in clinical study that the saponins present in Astragalus, known as astragalosides, can actually considerably improve blood glucose tolerance. So this means that Astragalus might help prevent another one of the major killers in America today, which is diabetes. So by improving blood glucose tolerance, you're going to improve your overall hormone balance, you're going to prevent any sort of insulin problems, you may even prevent diabetes and other metabolic disorders. In traditional Chinese medicine, Astragalus is considered a heart tonic, or a tonic to the cardiovascular system. And now modern research shows that Astragalus can protect the aorta, which is the main artery in the cardiovascular system. It can protect it from becoming hardened or calcified due to inflammation. And it is the hardening of this major artery in the cardiovascular system that is attributed to things like stroke, heart attack, and heart disease. However, this will have many other side benefits, such as improved triglyceride levels and healthier cholesterol levels. And lastly, and perhaps the most profound longevity or anti-aging benefit of Astragalus, has been shown to actually contain something known as telomerase, which is an enzyme that helps actually protect the telomeres in our brain. And briefly, to explain the importance of healthy telomeres, they're responsible for cell regeneration. So they're responsible for the regeneration of your body on a cellular level. So with the production of telomerase and the ability to promote healthy telomeres, you're talking about improving and protecting your body on a cellular level. And this ability is attributed to a special chemical in Astragalus known as cycloostragulanol, which has been shown to prevent the loss of telomeres, which is going to improve your immune system and inhibit and prevent any sort of cell mutation that might lead to cancers. So this is really just a scientific way of saying that Astragalus is a very powerful anti-cancerous herb. However, the enzyme telomerase that is significantly produced by the consumption of Astragalus also improves glucose levels, bone health, and skin health. The last herb I want to talk to you about today is Cordyceps. Cordyceps is one of the most renowned herbs on the planet. In fact, it is the most expensive herb on the planet when cultivated wildly. It can cost up to $8,000 a pound for wild Cordyceps. And because of its rarity in nature, traditionally Cordyceps was only consumed by the noble, the elite, and the elderly for fighting fatigue, overcoming stress, disease, and of course preventing aging. However, luckily due to cultivation today, you can still buy high quality Cordyceps for a cost-effective price and still reap most of the benefits I'm going to talk to you about here that typically come from wild Cordyceps. Now of course, wild herbs are always typically better than cultivated herbs. However, you can still of course get high quality organic extracts of these herbs and you will still reap the benefits I'm going to talk about. Now traditionally, Cordyceps is considered a Jing herb. It is especially useful for overcoming stress, fatigue, and chronic disease. So it restores your Jing, or your primordial energy, which often becomes fatigue when you're exposed to chronic or prolonged stress and any sort of other disease. So the way that Cordyceps works is it helps restore the hormonal production in our liver, kidneys, and other glands in the body, thus improving our overall energy. It's especially great for things like adrenal fatigue, chronic fatigue, or if you're just overcoming any sort of general weakness. Now, one of the great things that Cordyceps does that science has figured out is it helps promote ATP production. So it actually helps promote our basic cellular energy. ATP is basically the energy produced by our mitochondria that fuels our cells. So when you talk about an energy tonic, Cordyceps is bar none the best energy tonic that there is. It literally promotes cellular energy. So compared to something like a stimulant that basically just drives up your hormone production, which can lead to fatigue eventually, Cordyceps is going to help your body produce cellular energy, which is probably the healthiest and cleanest energy that you could produce. And by doing this, it's also going to help oxygenate your body more efficiently. And in Chinese medicine, one of the primary ways that we cultivate energy is through breathing. And it is said through our lungs or through our respiratory system, we cultivate most of our immune system. So by improving our ability to oxygenate our cells, we're going to improve our overall immune function and our overall health and vitality. And of course, Oxygen is one of the most basic energies that we have as humans. It's more important than food and water. We can go days, sometimes months without food and water, but we could only last a few minutes without breath. So never underestimate the power of breath in a highly oxygenated body. And cordyceps is one of the few rare herbs that greatly improves your body's oxygenation. However, this isn't just folklore. Modern science has shown that the consumption or supplementation of cordyceps can greatly improve your physical performance while fighting fatigue. So the great thing about cordyceps, and why it's so commonly used in physical performance or the sports or fitness industry, is that by improving your ATP production, you're actually going to be able to work out harder and longer without becoming as fatigued. So it improves your overall sort of resistance to exercise. So let's say you're working out and you're generally fatigued after 10 minutes. Well, with the consumption of cordyceps, you may be able to go for a half hour without becoming as fatigued as you did before. So the way that cordyceps works is that upon consumption, it actually activates skeletal muscular metabolic regulators, meaning that it actually tricks your body into mimicking the physiological response to healthy exercise. And this is why when supplemented with healthy exercise, it greatly improves your performance and sort of multiplies your efforts. Another anti-aging or longevity benefit of cordyceps is that it can actually inhibit oxidation of lipoproteins. So it means that you're going to have healthier cholesterol levels. You're less likely to accumulate oxidized fat or oxidized cholesterol, known as LDL cholesterol. Another impressive longevity benefit of cordyceps is as an immunomodulatory or immune tonic, it actually protects the body from radiation by stimulating the immune system to secrete cytokine immune cells which protect the body from radiation. Cordyceps is also known to reverse insulin resistance, meaning that could be preventative for diabetes and metabolic syndrome. So to recap, cordyceps is an overall immune tonic. It is an energy tonic on the cellular level. It protects the body from inflammation. It improves blood sugar levels, prevents diabetes. It also improves cholesterol and healthy triglyceride levels, while acting as an overall tonic to the pancreas, improving overall pancreatic activity. So these are my 3 top longevity herbs. They're the most well-researched, well-known, and most used throughout history in traditional Chinese medicine. They're longevity and anti-aging tonics in the sense that they help protect our Jing energy, replenish it, and help our bodies cultivate an incredible amount of vitality and qi, while also being scientifically proven to prevent most of the world's killer diseases today. So if you've liked this video and you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and if you're interested in supplementing with these longevity and anti-aging tonics, you can check out our online store by clicking the link below.